Hey everybody, Fozzie here from Great Motorcycle Rides, Washington. Today we're doing kind of a special thing. It's February, late February. Crappy weather outside, but want to get ready for the upcoming riding season. So time to put some new pipes on the old Dyna. Nothing wrong with the old pipes exactly, except, well, they're old. Starting to rattle. They drive me nuts, vibrating at the intersections. The heat shields are all whooped. Crossover pipes whooped, so I guess after 25 years, it's time to change them. So we got some brand new Vance and Hines Shortshots here. We're going to be yanking off the old pipes, sticking on the new ones, and seeing how they sound. Side-by-side comparison, along with a little bit of information about how the pipe changeover situation works. So with that said, let's get to business. Here we are warming up the bike because it's more fun to work on hot pipes than cold pipes. Well, actually the bolts come off a lot easier if the pipes are heated. You can see some of the penetrating oil I sprayed on there burning off the bolts. You're going to use a lot of penetrant. That's just how it works. First thing we're going to do now that the pipes are hot is work on getting these hose clamps loose to hold the heat shields on, and the bolts that hold the muffler clamps and mufflers together. You want to kind of loosen everything you can get to while the pipes are hot. Just crack them, and then you can come back and work on taking the clamps off. And then the heat shields off the pipes. Such fun. There should be a second heat shield there. Get all the hose clamps off and just kind of pry them right off the pipe. Now that those are stripped off, you can go ahead and remove the mufflers. You should have already undone the clamps and bracketry, and they just kind of wiggle and pull right on off. Not too much of a problem, just takes a little patience and maybe some extra WD-40 or something. But they will come off. No need to pound or cuss. Don't get impatient on this job. That'll get you in trouble. Now we got that out of the way, we can work on the head bolts here. Lots of penetrant on these. Hopefully you started spraying them a day or two early if it's an old machine like this, because they build up plenty of rust and corrosion through the years. The thing to keep in mind, you want to get as straight a turn on the bolts as you can. You don't want to be off at an angle, or that greatly increases the chances that you may snap a stud or round off a fastener. A big no-no, because if you do either one of those, the price of the job just went way up, along with ruining the rest of your day. You can see here we got the socket on there nice and straight. That one's coming off like butter. This one here is a little obstructed, so you want to be careful. Just get her cracked. And you want to take these off in stages, back and forth. You can hear the creak there. We got one really stubborn bolt on the bottom down there, so it's going to be back and forth in little bits. Spray it with some penetrant and back and forth, and just take your time. There's no rush in this. It's the name of the game when you have corroded bolts. You can see I'm getting a wobbly in there to get a little better angle on it. But I'm going to remove that probably in just a minute here, because this one's being real stubborn, and we want to make sure we get a straight pull. You don't want any kind of an angle if you can avoid it, because that just puts side shear load on an old rusty stud, and you really don't want to break that stud off. So when you hear it creaking like that, it's time to pay extra close attention. Put some more penetrant on it and see what you can do, because you don't want to pop that thing off. That would be a bad day. Now you're either taking the head off or breaking out a welder or drilling. You don't want to do that. So just get an end wrench, more WD-40. You're only going to get a little bit of a turn at a time, but take your time. You'll get it off of there. As frustrating as it is, it's all part of the job. You can hear that. Boy, that sucker's tight, creaky. We use an end wrench on the front on a stubborn bolt up there too, but we should be getting close. We almost got these head pipes off. A little wiggle once the nuts are off. You don't want to quite pop out. Maybe a little help from a screwdriver to get that flange back off the studs. And we should have this thing just about off of there. All right, time for the new pipes. They come strapped to a piece of cardboard, but they're beautiful pipes. Put them back on, pretty much the reverse of how we took the others off. A couple different things. The bracket goes right here. Bolt the new bracket to the transmission there with the fastener supplied. And the circlips that go on the end of the exhaust here, that's what holds the pipe and the flange together. You have to pop that clip off and put it on the new pipes as well as the flange. And these here, the new pipes, have these little nut devices that slide into the place on the pipes to bolt them to the new bracket. And that's most of it. There's the new heat shield for the new pipes, looking beautiful. New pipes are installed, all tightened up and torqued down onto the bike. We're ready to put the heat shields on. Nice little diagram from Vance and Hines about which way to put the bolts on the heat shields, and put it together, and voila, we are running. Sounds nice, no rattling, looks nice and clean. Very happy with these. Just for comparison's sake, here's the old pipes. I don't know if you can hear the rattle or not over all the noise, but not a tremendous difference in volume between the two, but no rattles and wobbles in the new pipes.